Yo, yo, it's episode 82 of my blind RS3 Ironman playthrough. We are loaded this time with a bunch of quests, Pieces of Hate, You Are It, The Needle Skips, which is possibly RuneScape's best quest of all time. I don't over-summarize it in this because I think you should just watch it. And then we're going to do the Rebuilding Edgeville mini-quest as kind of an anticlimactic conclusion. Let's get to the episode. Okay, next quest is Pieces of Hate. I need a couple things, a gold bar, 2 pieces of leather, and some pre-made drinks from Trinome Stronghold, so I'm going to grab those first here. Okay, so apparently Blurberry Special is fine, even if it's pre-made. Chocolate Saturday and Drunk Dragon. Getting leather from these cows is one of the first things I did in this account, so I'm going to do it again really quick to get 2 leather. Slight overkill here. Alright, I guess the quest starts by going into my POH again. Pretty cool. Got a letter for you, boss. Okay. Got it. Custom ship sighted at the location of multiple disappearances of law-abiding sailors. Head to Rock Island to investigate. Yours in a bit of a pickle, Bill Teach. The customs office means I have to not have any of my stuff on me? Okay. Alright, Customs Sergeant. I want to confess. I'm a pirate. Quickly destroy the letters. The guard can't find it. No one's ever escaped? No one who looks eerily familiar? I'm glad we're doing more pirate quests. Okay. Let me out. Where'd Bill Teach? Bill, over here. Something up with the customs office. They found out right as I found out. Music here is great too. Very Monkey Island. I think Rocking Out is their most Monkey Island quest so far. Find a way to unlock the cell door. Talk to these two. Two-eyed Eric. Who are you? You have the stereotype R compulsion and everything. What's going on here? Yikes. I've never seen one blink. Give me a hand? Oh, a spare hand? I love this game. I use that to open the door. Sharpen it first. Okay. I talk to Jimmy the Parrot. Who are you? You know what's going on? You just copying me? Talk later. Still the perch rock there. That's what I used previously for stuff. I'm glad they actually mentioned that. All in all, this isn't helpful. Perch rock was the main thing I remember being able to interact with. Madam Shi. I'll allow you to kill yourself and you'll thank me for my boundless mercy. A bit much, isn't it? Okay. Other things I can use it on. There's the window. Nothing happens. I appreciate that they gave me the text for the rock. Oh, okay. You have a hook dangling from some cloth. Eric's hook attached to cloth. Can I use it to like grapple onto something? Curses! Arbitrarily squishing random objects against this door has failed to grant me freedom. Alright. You dangle the hook over the rock. It hangs there, motionless. I'm glad they have failure things. Tedious length of time passes. I'm not sure why I thought it would. Can I do this fishing? So I guess it is for fishing, isn't it? The crabs sharpen the hook to a terrifyingly fine point. Find a fish that swam under the hook for reasons known only to the fish. Sharpened hook now. I can see you trying to pick the lock, you know. No, you can't. D, nothing to see here. Well, if I can't use that yet, I guess I can do something with it on the rock. You carve some crude graffiti into the rock about pirates and their booty. It momentarily amuses you, but otherwise achieves nothing. Thank you for putting in, because I don't think Rocking Out had a bunch of like special custom text for when you tried to do an adventure game combination that didn't make sense. That's much better. All right, there still must be, I guess I didn't try doing this. Aaron von Hattencrapper? Do you think all seagulls look alike? You birdist. Count Ludwig Kloppen Ploppen. You have made a powerful enemy this day. Could probably get more mileage out of that fish if I didn't just throw it down a gull's throat. Oh, so I need to go get another one? Okay. I don't know if I still need the rope. Oh, it blunts the hook. Okay. Don't feed the fish to the seagull this time. Do something else with the fish. Okay. That works. Ah, sweet freedom. Deal with the guards if we're picking any more locks. Black stone. Ah, okay. Block them out, gotcha. Customs outfit. Contains a wooden spoon, a cheese sandwich, and inexplicably a pineapple. Gonna let Bill out here. You drop the hook for it to be snatched away by a rat. Oh, come on. I'm gonna get the doors open now. Rat sure got you. Okay, so where's the rat? Maybe I don't actually end up using that. There's crates here. I do with the crate. You attach the spoon to the crate, creating a rudimentary trap. Bait it with the cheese sandwich. Got it. Oh, and then there's the rat hole, I see. Meow into the rat hole. You're really meowing into a hole? Meow? What in Gielinor would this achieve? Stick your arm in. Oh, gross. They've done this gag a couple times now in quests. Ouch. Hit me. Aha, got you. Insult the rat, calm the rat. Firmly admonish the rat, pet the rat. Can I have my hook back? Ugh. Keeping eye contact the whole time. Okay, we gotta get the right options here. It seemed like the first one was good. Inform the rat of your plight. He empathizes with your plight. Introduce myself. It's a pleasure to meet you, Wilson. I'm not sure how I know your name is Wilson. Meow. Wait, what? What was that? Squeak? Can I get the hook back now? Oh, god damn it. Alright, I'll just look it up. One sec. Oh, it's 3/4 the way there. Okay. I had to pick the fourth option for the last one. Okay, ask for a way to free the others. It's even better. Thanks, buddy. We've got this. It's really good. Okay. Open the cell door. Second. Oh, it looks like it just rescued everybody. That makes sense. Hello? Get upstairs, okay. Ow! The ward on the door, and I can't use the keys on it either. Research the desk. Get the spoon and the sandwich back, although I probably don't know. I haven't found anything else interactable, so I'm gonna try talking to people again. Oh, the door is warded, okay. Voice activated. Okay, replicate the passcode. Doesn't have any ideas. Oh, mimic voices. Hey, that's helpful. Before you start repeating everything I say, shut up. Okay. It's cute. What dwells below in deepest dark, betwixt the corpse of squid and shark, with flesh of stone and midnight black, we cry his name, we cry... Ends with a rabid jack, probably. Yeah. The hell? Everyone they've changed are not themselves anymore. Obsessed with barrels of black rock. My keys into the bed on the first floor. See anything else about the black stone? No. Crassian creature acknowledges me, but doesn't attack. Oh, okay. So we're bringing back the stuff from Ashdale. But silly now? guard will fall for my disguise. Seems bad. What barnacle's got on the inside of a locker? You have no idea. You find a bottle of rum. I can't open this door as far as I can tell. I might need to get those keys. When they say first floor, that's British first floor, right? So that's somewhere here. There should be a bed I can get to, in theory. Oh wait, no. British first floor. Ground floor is this one, and then the one above is the first floor. That's right. How do I distract this guy? Okay. Guess I haven't done anything with the slime. Still have Wilson. I want to get that sticky. Okay, so that must be part of the answer here. Okay, we've got a sticky pineapple. Okay, I'm gonna stick him to the pineapple. Wilson nods sagely. He seems to find it quite comfortable. Pineapple Wilson? Oh my god, what the fuck? It's pretty great. Alright, it's one of these beds. And we've got the same eggs from Shadow over Ashdale. Kitten? Your real prison is your body. Okay. What can I do in this room? Okay, the customs officers are stuck in the eggs. X-Wii? I'm not sure what you... I mean, existential crisis Wii? That'll work. Not sure what we're trying to accomplish here with that. I feel like him talking to me. That's funny. Probably don't need the spoon or the cheese sandwich. Oh, damn it. Maybe if I keep drinking, I'll get superpowers or liver poisoning. Okay, right-click option, use, not left-click. Yes, I am the god of hellfire. Uh-oh. So I can go up the stairs. Oh, Migor. Okay, that must be Rabbit Jack. I guess the last quest in this series was like, it ended super abruptly. Clockwork Syringe, which I didn't care for as much as Rocking Out, which was great. This seems a lot closer to Rocking Out so far. Go, go, go! All right. Something in the water with us. Some respect, they might be dead. Yes. Almost no attempts at mutiny. Oh yeah, the secret basement, okay. Alright, popping down here. Long drop. Nice. Bunch of drunkards and lunatics? Interrupt. Rabbit Jack. It's a big enough point to bear repeating. Oh, yeah. The zombie head. Not telling you anything. Mind interrogation. Maybe we can come to an arrangement. You help me to find true meaning in life. I want to feel alive again. Are you hitting on me? We can make that work. I do. Gertrude. I guess that's required for this quest, isn't it? Watch the sunset on a tropical beach. Okay, so Karamja. Heal. Okay, got the zombie head with me here. Rehoming animals. Drowning in culture. Tropical beach. Okay. Go talk to Gertrude. Alright, Gertrude. Pet for the zombie head. Is that a talking head? All reserved for adventurers. Okay. Yo. Not this again. I mean, yes, of course you are. Hides in a secret lair. That abandoned house in Varrock, isn't it? Oh, you've seen it then. I hate these kids. That's where they moved it because it used to be at the sawmill. Okay, abandoned house near the apothecary. And there's a jiggling crate in there. Does not sound like a kitten. Fear nothing. Eldritch horror within. It's probably fine. Hey! It's Wilson! Why are you sticky? Oh yeah, right. The pineapple thing. I was about to say the exact same thing. No way to talk about my mother. Why are you so mean? Being bullied by a rat? For a moment, they stare at each other, dark, soulless eyes gazing into each other with a terrible stillness. In a distance, a raven crows thrice, and Wilson and the head nod in unison. I understand now. Give him a taste of the adventuring lifestyle. We make an unstoppable. Are we gonna like glue the zombie head onto the rat like we did with the pineapple? A fabulous, although slowly decomposing head. We're still working on that. Two leather pieces and a gold bar. Okay. Yeah, I have that in the second. I think I can get all my stuff out of the bank. Okay. Work now. Also, you're in my backpack. That too. Nice. Does this quest require crafting? Ability, construction, fire making, and thieving. Then the oath be sealed. Okay. Let's go to Karamja, I assume? Actually, don't know where in Karamja. Right. Somewhere on the beach, right? It's near the jungle. Oh, this is perfect. Yep. I happen to already have one of those on me. That's convenient. Always come prepared. I love when they make fun of you for that. What do you know? I've got a chocolate Saturday on me right now. Of course you have. Watch the sunset. Oh, that's cool. Making use of their skyboxes. Yes, it is. Helps me be drunk as well, of course. Oh, else to the yeah. Woo! Books are you reading? Okay, back to the secret basement. I think I have a way to teleport there. Yeah, that's right. It's the pirate spell sheet, which the guy comes and like knocks you over the head. Oh, can I not cast it here? Can be used on Brain Death Island. So I guess I can teleport to the Rumjin, right? And then it works. Scrolled past it. I'm really bad at scanning. Hold on. There it is, Brain Death Island. And then mostly harmless. This will not count? For a part of Brain Death Island where it works? Huh. But it's not working. I think now it'll work. There we go. Nice. All right, we're back. One of Rabbit Jack's biggest secrets. Hidden island just off the cursed archipelago. Kraken Tooth Island. Things in the fog. Focus. On a map. Oh, thanks, madam. Okay, prepare for a fight. Let's go there now. Oh, southwest of mostly harmless. Okay. Here, I think. I'm all good. Is that Ghost Kitten again? Low dex for damage.
Oh no. Oh shit. Are they gonna repurpose Agaroth? Rabid Jack Speedy. He looks good. Okay, yeah, that is Agaroth. I kill twice a week for the last couple years. Get an actual Agaroth fight. Whoa. Yeah, it is a retextured Agaroth. That's cool. Same boss. Don't stand in the goop. I was gonna say, I wonder why he didn't all load in there. That's weird. Got ads, it's interesting. Stand in that. Oh, Jesus. God. Oh, they like trap you. Jeez. You can't just run out of that trivially. That's kind of cool. Thanks, Defense Skill Cape perk. This helped me out in 2 quests now. Turn my prayer off. Interrupt any cutscenes here. Couldn't turn it off in time. Looks like it shut off automatically, okay. Ooh, with the black rock. Save mostly harmless. Oh, you gotta use the scroll. That's really funny. Thanks, Pirate Pete. Teleporting malarkey is hard work. Never die. I like his mutated arm. That's cool. Yeah, mixing him in with the Agaroth stuff is a fun idea. Pray to your gods if you like. No gods listening to our prayers. It's a 5th age quest. It is a 5th age quest. Cool. Alright. Okay, there's a special UI for it here. Zombies. Kill the captains in the barrel chest. EKS. The Dagonoth Kings? Okay. Moss Isley. Doesn't really sound like the Cantina song, though. Where are the barricades? The number of skulls is like how crucial it is. Pirate to his feet. The zombies still look. them up now. Okay. Sink the zomboats. Kill the captain. Oh, I see there's stuff down here with the zomboats. A lot of zombies. Use these cannons to sink them. Repair cannon, okay. So we need construction, I suppose. Okay. There's more over there. This is a fun song. I like the music in this quest, although I do kind of miss the old school RuneScape sound font. It does feel like RS3 music is all over the place because it could just be whatever they want, right? Oh shit. Okay. Zombies are spreading to other areas. I'm going into the East River, I guess, which makes things harder, so I'm going to do whatever's got the most skulls. Okay. Okay, things are getting pretty bad pretty quickly. Destroy the bridges. Okay. Kind of hard to pick what I want to focus on here. Blow these guys up. Not as good as I was hoping it was going to be. Like this, like, classical guitar solo. Gotta get back up on the wall. Oh, yeah, this gets pretty nasty. So you have to manage all of this. They keep spreading to other areas, I see. Alright, well, I think you get the idea of this. I'm just going to run around and keep doing these tasks. I'll resume recording if something interesting happens. This is pretty crazy. You have to be really aggressive about doing this. I imagine it's hard if you're not high level to keep up with everything. Yeah, it gets a little bit more reasonable after you've cleared a few of them, because there's not so many that are spreading zombies to other locations the entire time. Destroy the cannon. Okay, so we just have one more at the beachhead over here. I wonder if they spread from location to location, so... I just kind of got the sense if there were red skulls that there were going to be stuff everywhere else. Yeah, it looks like it goes from the beachhead to the crop field to the main gate and so on. Destroy the ship. Get it? Oh no, my prayers have run out. I think it was okay. Alright, well, what do I do next? Finish my conversation with the pirates and the invasion. I guess my cutscene got interrupted anyway? Oh, via the rowboat, okay. I think that's what's going to trigger it. Okay, good. It's too easy. Where were the sea monsters? The weird crab people? The mutating zombies? Where'd Jack go? Taking control of the distillery. They're after the rum. Ah. The coast here report because of me, right? Ruining things is what I do best. Wait, that came out wrong. Okay, back to brain death. Here. Barrel chest. You're a distillery worker, I'll have to take you hostage. Throw in the basement with the fever spiders. The barrel chest in human. Pull the distillery away from Rapid Jack zombie pirates. Captain Donnie. Hey, you. Who, me? Found my rum-pumped crabs laughable. What can I do around here then? Check the guide. I guess there's a room over here. Wasn't sure if I needed to talk to the barrel chest guy, but it looks like I need to get a way in to get past him. Just able to fit through there? Oh, there's another staircase on the side, I see. Okay, hey, what's up? To the side window of the office and listen in. Just go in through a different direction here. Oh, I see the window here. Okay. Final ingredients. Time to feed the spiders. Ah, I love you, Sarah! You square in the eyes as he says, Witchwood. Told you the last ingredient. I died brewing what I love. I like spiders. Okay. You have to stop them. You don't use Witchwood unless he was giving you a clue. Operation Witchwood. Yeah, okay, we're doing the barrel chest disguise again. Get rid of Donnie and his crew. We need to get past 50% Luke, but he won't let us. Soak the pirates in the distillery with rum, and how to blow up the dungeon entrance. What? Okay, got it. Alright, 50% Luke. I can always just walk past this guy. Made of witchwood, aren't you? Any chance I could have some? Sure, why not? Really? Something in trade. Cost you an arm and a leg, literally. Nope. Okay. Else I can talk to you here. Same as we saw last time. Okay, yeah. Where's in need of some witchwood? You wait here. You chop up Luke. Luke's taking a break from guarding the gate. Okay, thanks. 100% Luke's leg. That's good. 66.6 repeating percent Luke. That's good. Everything good with you? Haven't felt this good in ages. But your leg. Still only half you. No longer half wood. That witchwood stuff is great and all. Miracle of nature. You come so reliant on it. Now 66.6% Luke. 66.7% Luke as opposed to 2/3 Luke? The percentage is part of my identity. Mostly Luke? That's good. More Luke than wood? Lukey Luke Luke? Lukey Lukey Luke. Deckhand Luke? I'm a bosun. R Luke? G Luke? B Luke? Why Luke? I'm not a fighting game character. Luke? Lukey Lou? Woody? Keep going, yes. Argento? The name's already taken. Luke Krybacher? Luke Highwalker? Luke Eigawalker? Are there many more like this? Luke Lieporker? Triwalker? How many of these are there? The first three were better. Tree person? Very creative of you. Frank? Samantha? What? Why Samantha? Wood guy, three brush. Okay. No. Treebeard? Groot? Major Oak? That's a military rank. The old man? Whomping Willow? Mokujin? I don't recognize that one. Grandmother Willow. We don't even have kids. Half bark, no bite. Beach landing? Oh my god. Lukey Lumber? Willow? Xander? Okay, now we're doing Buffy characters. Giles? Already a bosun Giles. Well, you? Who, me? Yes, you? What? You over there? The patriarchy? The triumphant? Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this, y'all. It's very funny to me. Gatekeeper? The tree master? We got a dead one here, cute. Pirate formerly known as Luke? I'm still known as Luke. EPF call? Icon? As in Witchwood icon? Roomy Timbers. Tree. Mod Oak. Mod Beach. Mod Ash. I don't want to be banned for impersonating a tree. It's pretty funny with the mod jokes. Aspen. Hawthorne. Salix. Sylvan. Marlowe. This whole bit is extremely Monkey Island. I mean, the quest series is, but I think this is the most Monkey Island quest of them. Ishmael? When are they actually going to run out? Jungle Jim? Woods Rogers? Isn't it Woods? William Beach? Jiminy Thicket? That's pretty good. I'm a half-real live boy. Sir Francis Drake? Blackstone Bart? Henry Morgan? None of those first names is Luke. Justin Timberland? Yeah, but no. Oh my god. Kaluko Jack? Long Fen? Woody Bones? Ann Bonsai? Luke McCracken? Yeah. Horrorbane? Luke Rax? Rover? It has to run out eventually. Okay, now it's looping. Okay. That was fun, though. I can still go past him, though, right? Let's go to the gate. Hey, Luke. Go to the gate. I don't care anymore. Where are the seagull? Assume I'm looking for something related to the seagull. Thing up there. Looks like the perch rock from Rum Island. Yeah. Okay, this time is it actually going to be Baron von Hattencrapper? It says the name is. Characters be careful. Hey Baron, fancy meeting you here. This is no mere coincidence. I've been keeping a close eye on your exploits ever since Blood Splatter Isle. Thanks for not decorating my armor, I guess. Inspired with my greatest enemy, Count Ludwig Kloppen. An arrangement of convenience, nothing more. That dungeon over there, blowing the doors off, with some crabs in it for you. I guess this one doesn't require dungeoneering because previous quests required dungeoneering. Bombs from above will not suffice. Find me wooden barrels filled with explosive materials. Okay. What's we got going on here? Only some sort of highly flammable liquid already available on the island. Okay, so I need to get some barrels here. I don't know if I need to climb the stairs first so he doesn't see me change into it. Let's see. A little bitty for a barrel chest? All the Mark IIs are destroyed on Blood Splatter Isle. Fight like a distillery brewer. Oh yeah, you fight like a cow. I'm shaking. I'm shaking. Oh yeah. Also yeah. These are all from Monkey Island. You know, because of how he died? Wing Whip. What are you, 11? Okay, so I'm going to have to get the response from someone then. You give me the... Not very many characters for me. tried the Witchwood thing. Join your crew. Are you fight like a zombie scene? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. There it is. Go. No. Said so low. Failed. Donnie hates him. Punch him on the arm too. Gone. Option here to block this. Oh, okay, that's why I needed the leg earlier. Did that already. Pull the lever a few times. Covered in rum. Get back to Davy. Should have the stuff for Baron Von Hatten. Back to the Baron. Back to the Baron. What do you say here? These rum barrels work? Alright, let's do it. Unleash. Bring that mechanic back. Okay. Turn around here. If the turn's actually kind of a hassle. Oh wait, is this a... Okay, I misunderstood. This is like a absolute direction. Gotcha. Going south, actually. Let's just do it this way. That way I can not have to translate constantly what direction I should be facing. Good enough, I hope. 1 out of 3 hits. Okay. That counts as being close enough. It looks right. One more. Hey, close enough. Okay. Bad crab, stay back. Luke will be okay. Just near the cute kittens frolicking for a moment. Bring that gag back. That's really funny. Avast! Remember, these pirates are already dead. They probably don't feel pain, probably. I think this is literally just the same one from the previous quest. It's cute. It's not like they're nice pirates. They're trying to zombify the world. Crabs are just gonna like tear them all to shreds. Crabs? No, my only weakness. Or are you kidding, really? You're a monster and you know it. It's pretty true. This is the end. I think I've seen a playful kittens will spare you from my horror. You are mistaken. You like the cat with the pirate hat. You think you can save them? Oh, that's cool. I like how they're putting the spooky eldritch horror stuff into that. That's the kind of fourth wall pseudo break stuff I wish they had done with Sliske. You're a zombie for Pirate Pete's sake. Turn it to fall apart in a strong breeze. Dragon do the island again. Gotcha. With danger, make sure you're prepared for a tough fight. Can use the rowboat on mostly harmless. Okay, I can prepare really quick. It's fine. Apparently there's a epilepsy warning in this quest. It's coming up when I get to some kind of shimmering barrier, so there's your warning. Familiars can't help you. Fun life? Or if the island's not above sea level. Hands of black stone. Off the ship somehow. Can't do that yet, I'll drown. Okay, nice. Is it going to be completely underwater? Because that's cool. Oh, hey, this looks like Shadow Reef. I think I have to do soon. I think this upcoming quest here, Curse the Black Stone, is going to require me to actually kill the ambassador, although I think I can do it on story mode, which I haven't attempted, but that would clear my save, so I'm going to hope I can just kill it with my current upgrades. I'll give it a couple shots when we get to it. Surface of the anchor, maybe? That's just a way to leave. Okay, this is the barrier, I think, that might have the flashing effect. Where's this kitten here? Oh. Simple charm. I'll never serve you. The jellyfish string, I can't get rid of no matter how much I piss. We're not alone. The terrible song? Yeah, that's cool. You like the Lovecraft stuff in this. It's cool. The heck was that? High on your insanity. The higher it goes, the worse the effects. Drinking rum will lessen insanity's power. Too much alcohol can be deadly. Jesus. Just turn on my stuff in general here. Assume he comes back to life there. Rabbit Jack. They gave him voice lines. Multiple Rabbit Jacks now? Oh wait. Loosen ancient chains. Do that everywhere? But you can't do it without him attacking you. You gotta fight the real one. The insanity effects are making it nastier. Kind of a cool idea for this fight. Pretty well deployed, this concept they're going for, I think. Turning the whole screen sideways is cool too. Oh, damn. Okay, really don't want to get hit by that, it turns out. Nice. Let's go try that again. Jeez. Nasty. The wiki says, stand in the north, south, west, east walls or doorway to avoid being damaged and stunned by the black hand. That was the thing that killed me. I don't have to bring rum with me. I guess there's rum in the room. Okay. I'm going to try to activate that, although the insanity effects were pretty cool. Oh, that's nice. It didn't make me walk all the way through the underwater area again. I think I can freedom out of that. I see, drink rum. Didn't notice that last time. Okay. We want to not stand on the chains, basically. Way to keep the hand from just getting to you for free. This guy at least has more interesting mechanics than just move away when he does a certain attack, right? Which is what most of the RS3 bosses have been up to this point, I feel like. Okay, we got one more over here, I think. My insanity level got pretty high last time. And I get a chance to click the last one. Hopefully the cutscene doesn't get interrupted by my prayer here. Whoa. Nice. Oh, it's like a plug. That's cute. You okay? I wonder if they actually use Madam Shit in the future. What is this place? The hell, the kittens? Kittens, what are you talking about? The kittens everywhere, didn't you see them? Yeah, I saw them all throughout the quest, that's cool. Where are those hands? Rabbit Jack dead? Let's go. Going back to the hideout. Secret basement. Definitely something down there. Hooray! Cute. That was a pretty good quest. I liked it. It's funny. Oh, you get black pearls from Agaroth. Okay.
In Sarim it started, this sailor brave-hearted did smuggle skullduggle and steal. Oh, lies! For great pirate Frank had emptied his tank and was thirsty for rummy he appeared. Now he went!
Music's pretty funny, as rum can be.
Pieces of Hate is the pirate finale, and I like it a lot. It is much better than Clockwork Syringe and more similar to Rocking Out. As with the entire pirate series, we are leaning in hard to the whole RuneScape is basically a Monkey Island MMO thing here. If the point of the pirate questline is to make an homage to Monkey Island, then this one is the best at doing that in terms of the visuals, the music, and the specific tone of the gags. Like Rocking Out, the beginning of the quest involves the prison, the Rock, and it's full of very silly adventure game puzzles. This time they put in the effort to put in custom dialogue for when you try to combine items that don't make sense together. I think when they're asking you to combine all sorts of things, it is a lot more palatable when you get, custom jokes for things that don't really work. The gist of the quest, though, is that we're finally paying off all of the Rabid Jack setup, and we're tying Rabid Jack to Agaroth. This is a thing that RuneScape was doing probably around like 2010, 2012, where they were like merging quest lines. They started doing it and they sort of dropped it, but here I think it's pretty appropriate to take the Return to Ashdale serious Lovecraft stuff and mixing it with the goofy pirate stuff. Most of the quest is silly Monkey Island stuff, but it concludes with a showdown with Rabid Jack in the ocean where there's some kind of like Cthulhu Lovecraft eldritch monster that's controlling him or aiding him or whatever. There are some sanity effects in this quest that are fun, that are kind of like the fourth wall break stuff I was hoping to get from Sliske. If you've played an eldritch horror game before, like Eternal Darkness, you know that like comedy kind of naturally pairs with this. I think the tone works pretty well, and I think that final boss fight is actually one of the better ones in the game. It's not particularly difficult or super interesting, but it's bothered me that since EOC started, the most interesting idea it seems that they've had for boss fights in quests has been the boss announces an attack and you have to like step a couple tiles away from it. There's not a ton you can do in RuneScape's design space, but like the old school RuneScape devs have gotten really good with using that limited design space to make all kinds of different combat mechanics. This one's pretty simple, but you're constantly building up insanity, so you have to drink rum from barrels in order to make it go away. There's a big hand in the center of the room that will occasionally attack you if you're not standing in a safe spot. The insanity effects make your screen spin around and spawn clones of the boss, so there's at least a couple things going on. Not a bunch of changes to the status quo with the pirates here. We basically just resolved the Rabid Jack problem, but overall I thought if its objective was to be a funny Monkey Island quest, it's a great funny Monkey Island quest. It is what it is and it's good. They seem to be setting up something with the whole Black Stone concept. I know there's an upcoming quest called Curse of the Black Stone that maybe ties into the same ideas. I'm interested to see if they actually follow up on this in later quests, if the Curse of the Black Stone is talking about the same Black Stone, because it would be funny to introduce something that important in a pirate quest. That's something I enjoyed about old school, is that you can take an extremely stupid, extremely ridiculous quest like Recipe for Disaster and make it canon and make the events of future quests depend on the events of Recipe for Disaster, right? I loved Gower quests, but that little line in the quest journal about this quest isn't canon except where it is made me a little worried, because it's like, guys, don't worry about your canon. It's RuneScape. Who cares? It's fine. If this one ends up setting important stuff up for later quests, I think that's great. That's all I'm saying. This is good. I would like them to take their goofy pirate quest and say, you know what, this is actually going to matter. We're going to make it matter even though it's silly. Over here doing my weeklies.
About to get a level up here. Let's see, I just did the Everlight dig site, so Infernal Source is next. I noticed they changed advanced time to use cosmic runes instead of astral runes, which is good. Probably makes more sense, even if you don't want astral runes on here. That should be 113 archaeology. Halfway there. Didn't know 113 was halfway to 120. Okay, next quest is You Are It, which is supposed to be really fast. Elder God Wars number 1. Okay. Southwest MacGruber's Wood. All right, I have to start by chopping this tree? Oh, okay. Clue scroll attached to the tree. Double agent. I haven't seen this guy in a while. A list of 1. You are it. Said the thing. Okay. You are it, you are it, you are it, you are it. It's kind of cool. So want me to do something with that? Guess there's some extra... an R here. E. L. D. Reldo? Okay. Okay, hey Reldo. You're as good as dead. Seen it countless times. An adventurer brings it to me each time they die. Oh, okay. Very, The Ring. New words form on the paper. Cry next to Duke Horatio. Panic before you talk to me. Equip nothing. Okay. It's funny. It's introducing the idea of clue scrolls, I guess. And the double agent getting some story. Okay, so it was Cry and Panic. Cry. Okay. And then where's Panic? Are you okay, young man? Whoa. A lot of Ripper demons. Oh, this is a double agent hat. It's pretty spooky. Okay, there's Yuri. Uri. Update again. Okay. It's the sextant here. I assume it's near the cemetery then. I think this came out at a similar time to the clue tutorial quest in Old School RuneScape. We were starting to add new quests to Old School at this point. Was it 0058 2501? No, it's got to be in this place, right? 58 2501. Can I dig? There we go. Hello, Duchess. Oh. Don't know how this isn't a tie into the Elder God Wars. Obsidian jewelry. Let the death happen. Enjoy your demise. You are it. You find a casket. Casket is locked shut. Okay. Don't know that I recognize that. Remington, maybe? To do the Remington chunk a lot. I'll check the wiki just to make sure. Yeah, it's Remington. Okay. Well, I'm here. Looking at the map, I'm pretty sure this is right. The house shapes look right. There's the wheat there. I don't know where it wants me to go, though. I don't see like a X anywhere on the map. Wiki says house portal. Okay. Whoa, that's creepy. I like that. So Uri is gonna like bury them and then steal the money? Okay. House is full of adventurers who are on the same quest as you. They're all dead and soon you will be too. On a bookshelf is where I lay. Seek me out and you will pay. Don't let the trees attack you on the way. Okay, so Drainer Manor. Okay, I assume I'm looking for a book here somewhere. I don't even know. I guess there's one there. There's one there. Maybe one that I can interact with. How many bookcases are there? Oh, this one maybe? Casket key. Old necklace. Okay, clue has changed. Scan in the direction it's pulling. Ah, okay. So I could use the tool. Let me just teleport to like Sears Village. Still west from here. This is just back in McGruber's Wood. Well, I'll overshoot it here first, I guess. Yeah, I think I'm going back to McGruber's Wood. It's pointing me east from here. I think this is right. Yeah, it's moving. Dig. Oh, that's funny. Inspect the hole. That's why I needed a rope. Okay. Cursed Crypt. Another vision. Karos. Finally going to get context for the last character that's at the Archglacier fight. Okay. 3 wishes. What happened to Uri? Uri became me. Okay, they're adding a bunch of serious story to the goofy quests. What happens next? Okay. Guess I'm gonna look around. Looks like he took the one in the front right, but they didn't make that super clear. Don't know that I have any way of knowing here. Where's the old necklace? Mischief has been managed. Okay. Oh, there's a journal here. All right, I'll read through this and see what it says. Mentions Draken. He was like supposed to set up a hunt for Draken. He carved the ball into the stone that Draken desired hungrily. Are we talking about the Stone of Joss? It's like a blood veld with it attached. It looked like a wrecking ball. The stone. Yeah. Does have a prerequisite? No prerequisites, of course not. Find a puzzle casket in the statue. Okay. 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 I feel like I'm missing a lot of context for this quest. This is another one that feels like maybe there were like Jagex posts about it or something. Okay. Oh, god damn it. I'll pull up Alt 1 and do this real quick. I got it here. No idea what that's a picture of. Well done. Okay. Just a shitty casket. All right.
You Are It is a really weird quest. It's kind of like X Marks the Spot in Old School RuneScape, which is an introduction to clue scrolls, but it seems to be part of the Elder God Wars series. It involves Uri from Clue Scrolls, the double agent from Clue Scrolls, and Karos, like the guy from the Ring of Karos. I do a Reaper task at Arch Glacier every single day, and I have been doing that for like almost 2 years now, and I'm always wondering, like, why are all these people here? And one of the people there is Karos. You Are It kind of has this cool pitch where you go in and you start a clue scroll that's like gonna kill you. It's like the Ring, but with a clue scroll. But a lot of it is like flashing back to the history of Uri and like what his deal is and why he's connected to clue scrolls. But it's strange because I always thought Uri was sort of a joke, but we're making Uri serious now and also like tying him into the Elder God Wars. To be honest, I'm at a loss at summarizing this quest because I don't really understand what happened at the end. Uri made some kind of like deal with the devil where he was like able to make 3 wishes or something. And then there's a bunch of jade statues, one of which is the Stone of Joss that you have to break to get a casket, and then it frees Uri. Anyway, I promise I was paying attention, but it's a very odd quest. It feels like it's a quest that was, you know, all the context was in a blog post or a YouTube video or like a RuneFest announcement or something. I guess if you know what the hell is going on with You Are It, let me know in the comments.
Well, next is Needle Skips, which everyone says is a great quest, so I'll go do that now. I think I've been to the Needle Skips house before for finding penguins when I was still doing that. It's all the way northwest here. Area's pretty. Oh, here it is, the needle up here. I don't know if I have to do something to get up to where that is. Let me see. Oh, I can walk over this. I didn't realize it was able to be crossed. Rock that resembles a needle. Fully voice acted and features atmospheric music and effects. Alright, cool. A word can change the world. We haven't had a fully voice acted quest in a minute. I'm gonna investigate the corpse that's lying around over here. Maybe we should have done that first. There is music, but it's very quiet compared to some of the other music in RS3. I can show you times past. What happened here? Live recorded music. Okay. Megan written in blood next to her. Ah. Search for keywords by the house. Megan.
Primrose. Books are for bookcases. The clue's in the name. Stop scattering them about this damned house. You won't get out of bed for dinner, but you'll do it for a flipping book.
Mostly in the house that I have to do stuff? Don't see a lot of other things that I can click on. Toy box. Maybe it's outside the building? I don't see any other interactables other than Megan there. I'll try talking to her again.
Primrose. Books
Oh,
are for
saying the same
bookcases.
thing.
The clue's...
Oh, I have a thing in my inventory. I'm like, what does this want me to do? Search for keywords. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Primrose, I guess?
Primrose is so strong, but people can't see past the illness. Doctors, visitors, they all make that mistake. Judge her by the disease. A microscopic evil magnified into something huge.
Okay.
But I see the strength. Damn girl never lets an argument go unwon. She'll fight for the things she loves, for sure. And she's full of love. Not always for her mum, but, you know, it's there. Growing up, she loved everything. Cared for everything.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Wilting flower. Love.
Gail didn't come to us at first. She'd been watching us for some time from the needle, making sure we weren't monsters, I guess. I mean, we'd seen her. She wasn't great at hiding herself, after all. She's 10 foot tall and blue.
Okay.
Joss assumed the worst, as he always did. Tried to scare her away with air blasts. Nothing that would hurt her, just to send a message. She kept clear. It was only when Joss left, no, abandoned us, that she felt courage enough to talk to me. When I was younger, I'd fall in love twice a week. It would come to me as easy as a temper, and would disappear just as quick. I thought I would fall out of love with Joss as quickly as the others. In the end, the love went, but it took a while. There was my love for Saradomin, of course, but I wasn't getting love in return. The score wasn't equal. Primrose has always been the exception. To fall out of love with Primrose would be to fall out of love with, well, everything. I know what you're thinking. No, that time doesn't count. I wasn't angry with Primrose, I was angry at them.
Blue Woman, The Men I've Loved, Wilting Flower, Joss? Okay.
My whole life I've been surrounded by books. Not once have I read one. I can see my tombstone, crushed under a pile of books. When I met Joss, he was hidden behind a stack of wizarding tomes. He'd line our house with them. Primrose treated them as toys, then things to climb, then adventures to climb into. Her imagination was always wild. She'd play out the god wars with Saradomin as a ladle and Zamorak as a pepper pot. Every weekend it was the same thing. Pack provisions, wrap some books in blessed cloth, and worry about leaving Primrose behind. Then it was the trip to the Wizard's Tower, cart and all. Sell some books to Sloop. Ask around about Joss. Cook a weekend banquet for the elite wizards. Then it was back home, worried about Primrose and whether Gale had kept her safe. Temper, temper? That's what Joss would always say to me. Gods, it would only make me angrier. Whenever I would hook his nose out of a damned book, temper, temper. Whenever I called him on his laziness, doing the chores with some cheap magic, temper, temper. They were even his last words to me before he left. Wherever the bastard has gone, I imagine him repeating them like a cheap toy.
Okay, Sloop.
Sloop was my husband's apprentice. He was a boy, not much older than Primrose, I guess, but he'd caught the wizarding bug, self-centered and ambitious. Still, he kept an ear out for news about Joss. Plus, he bought my books, as often as he could spare the money. I ferried them in small batches, as he could only buy so many. You could tell he never found it easy talking to me. He wanted to keep our meetings as quick as possible. The boy has a dark secret, you can be sure of it. Last trip, he asked for the adventures of Hannibus and said he would pay well. It's Primrose's favorite book. I don't know if I can take it from her, but we need to eat. We need her medicines.
That's sad. So, assuming she dies.
There was a day when the illness hit her hard. A day when she couldn't ignore it. Primrose dropped her favorite book. The Adventures of Hannibus, I think it was. She couldn't pick it up. It was open on its back page, the ending staring right up at her.
This is a cool way to do this story.
It was the first time I'd seen her cry since the illness. I tried to hand it to her, but she shoved it away. I felt like her jailer. I had no choice. I had to sell the Adventures of Hannibus. It was going to bring us food, medicine, which would make her strong again. We couldn't afford not to. I was going to ask permission from Primrose, but she wouldn't have understood. I took it from her as she slept. She had her arms around it, like she knew the plan. It took some jostling, but I had it. I can be delicate when I need to be. She didn't mention Hannibus the next morning. Not a word.
Medicine? I'm guessing each word like collapses into a number of those little portraits I'm collecting here.
Then she would be back in bed, just as ill. It's like the disease was a bull, crashing through any barrier we put in front of it. But I couldn't help buying potion after potion. Near half of the money we had, it was spent on these little moments of strength.
So medicines on a shelf have appeared in one of the bedrooms upstairs. Okay, I can do that before I keep doing more of these. Do you like the title of this quest? Apothecary in Varrock. Search Varrock. No. Wonder why they'd even put that there then. All right. Earlier stuff they talked about. Wizard.
Is there anyone more self-involved than a wizard? I get it, I do. As a wizard, you have to study for years. You have to find a niche that no wizard has found. You have to fight over whatever resources there are. But none of them, not Joss, not Sloop, not the Wizard's Tower, can see how self-centered they are. The tower's just a chocolate box of egos, all in a variety of flavors.
That was not very helpful. Sarah Doman?
Sarah Domin, this is my final prayer. If you're listening, then damn you. You choose to listen now.
Interesting.
You choose the moment when I give this up. Damn you back to the Third Age. You know what? I don't care whether you listen or not. I found someone else to have faith in.
Oh, Samarak. Oh, but I guess it didn't get me a new... Oh, I see. Okay. That's interesting. I guess there's the illness, right?
A year to live. That's all the doctor could give her. Holding his hands out upright like a pauper. Please, miss, this is all I can give you. Primrose just half smiled when the doctor told her. I was so angry at her for brushing it all aside. I needed her to cry, break down, something. Just react, damn it.
This is like much better than every RuneScape quest in terms of the writing.
Each month I watched helplessly as she got thinner. Her skin became translucent. But you know Primrose. It just meant that her character shone through brighter.
Glad they went through the trouble to get the voice acting for it.
I wish she didn't hide that character away. So often she reserved it for her creatures, her monsters.
Monsters. Okay. Already had that. Creatures.
I guess we should have stopped it earlier. Even when she was young, she'd have imaginary friend after imaginary friend. They'd even have relatives. Imaginary sisters and brothers would come to visit. Some would get lost, and we'd have to pretend to look for them. It got serious once Primrose got ill. She would keep their counsel, rather than talk to me. She did it when I wasn't watching, but I knew. She would write poems with them, sing with them, confide in them, ask them for their thoughts.
Imagination? Nice.
You can ignore death, blood, murder. The mind's flexible like that. They all happen to faraway people with faraway lives. It was blissful. We lived in a house where those things didn't exist. But it was like we were pulling back the curtains and hoping for the best. Hoping that those flimsy pieces of fabric would keep the violence out. We were wrong. The world got in. A seed...
Oh, sea troll got in. What? Troll?
Some memories stick in you like barbs. They hurt whenever you accidentally catch yourself on them. I was on the way back from the Wizard's Tower. The day had gone well. I'd sold some books for more than I expected, and I'd gotten the cooking job.
This is close to Piscatoris.
But I arrived at the house. There was the bang-bang of the door, slamming in the wind. I abandoned the cart, rushed in. I called for Primrose. Nothing.
It's interesting this quest is almost entirely audio and
A
text.
stray sea troll had found its way into the house. It was long gone when I got there, but it had killed her.
Oh, wow.
Primrose. That was the first time Gale talked to me. I couldn't move. I was crying on the floor of the kitchen, and Gale came to me.
None Gale yet. So I already knew about Gale. Guess I haven't done any of the keywords, and some of these keywords have overlap in other ones, right? Is that the idea? Haven't done Megan yet. Okay.
The day we moved here, Primrose was 2. I remember her toddling next to us, carrying a book, one of the bigger ones. You couldn't stop her. We called her a little pack-yak Primrose. Sure, she slowed us down, made the journey painfully long, but you tried to tell her to stop. Ah, good days. You got to remember, up to this point, Gale was a bogeyman. Someone who watched us and then sped away into the night. Then she's in my house, talking to me, offering me wishes like I was a princess from one of Primrose's books. Gale led me to the hilltop. Her hands were so cold and hard. I felt numb, but I couldn't figure out if it was from me or her. She showed me something called the needle. Gale asked again, did I really want my wish? She had to shake me to get an answer. The needle would take us both back 30 days. While Gale and I would remember what had happened, no one else would. We'd be the only ones to remember the sea troll's attack. But Primrose would be alive. I agreed, and Gale pulled thread from the needle. She separated the thread into strands, and a dome of fabric fell about us.
It's
The
cool.
dome flashed with blinding light. You couldn't see about you, it was impossible. As the light faded, Gale gestured me to my house and said, "Be with her." I rushed through the door and checked the calendar. 30 days back.
Oh, that's sad.
His birthday. I checked my bedroom. There wasn't another Megan in there. Then I went to Primrose. She was asleep in her bed. I sat in the chair, watching her. No one was going to budge me from that spot. Not ever.
She gets 30 days to say goodbye, basically. Okay, we already had that. Don't think we got too much else interesting there. I have to like start writing it down while she's talking. Yak. Okay. Oh, that's one we already had. Shoot. We did Wizard, we did Ceradomin and Zamorak. Attack is probably just gonna be the thing with the sea troll in general, right? Yeah. Birthday, right?
It was the morning after I traveled back in time. 30 days. Back to the morning of Primrose's birthday. Primrose looked so much better than I remembered. Here she was, unmarked by any sea troll, happy and soulful. She was alive, dear gods, and happy. I resolved in that moment to never let her get hurt again. Gale, wonderful Gale, offered to keep an eye on Primrose while I was away.
Okay. Still have 2 more. 30 days? No. I'll replay some of these, and I'll resume when I have a new word to try. Really struggling to get this to replay stuff. I click replay and nothing seems to happen. It puts the thing at the bottom. Oh, it's just giving me the text without it playing the voice acting again. Okay, hold on. Sing, maybe? Sing with them? Hey, there we go. That gave me a word, but didn't give me a thing to listen to. Rose had a lovely singing voice. Yeah, I don't know what the last one is. How many words do I have to pick from here? Oh, a lot. Okay, so I can probably figure it out. Apprentice. No. I'm just going to keep trying words. I guess I'll report when I get something new. 1 second. I guess there's some new things around the house, like this Ceradomin symbol. Rarely left someone's neck. No, if there's something else that became available that I didn't notice in the list here after I was turning them in. Gale has more to talk to you about. Well, I actually don't know where Gale is. Somewhere else further out? Let's see. Oh, here's Gale. What's up?
There is no way that I am going to let this happen again. I am going to look after Primrose. Nothing is going to get past me. Stupid. So stupid. I should have been here. But I can fix this. I can fix this. Sit down. Sit down. Let me offer you a wish.
Wish.
There is no way that I am going to let this happen again. I am going to look after Primrose. Nothing is going to get past me.
Huh. Doesn't seem like they added too much. Is the wish the word that I need? No. Keep looking for other interactables here. Don't think there's anything else to do with the needle right now. Oh, Primrose is up here now. Talk to Primrose.
Mum, the books don't want to be in the bookcase. Just stop fussing. And don't go calling them monsters. They're friends. No chance of me making any more friends. Gotta hold on to the ones I've got.
Friends, maybe? No. Book. Dearest sloop, gold beneath the dragon, the egg beneath the dove, the girl behind her mother, will you save me, love? Gold. Egg. Dragon. Okay. Magical tomes. Don't see too much else for interacting with. I'm just going through these and looking for new nouns. Poem. Oh. Well, I guess that was it.
I opened the book on the way to selling.
Should have checked that last
I can
time.
tell you why.
Next, if this keeps going like this, I'll try to write more stuff down as I'm listening here.
I guess I was interested in why Primrose had so much love for it. Inside was a slip of paper, a poem, lightly scrawled in feeble handwriting.
Oh, and the one on her.
Primrose
Okay, the one on the
confessed her
table. I
love.
got it.
She begged to be saved. The world fell away from me.
That's
I
sad.
stopped the cart and turned around. My head thrummed with rage. I worked the horse near to death. The fury was wild and directionless. I burned with rage at myself. Then the flames moved to Joss. After all, everything bad came from that damned man. Finally, the fury rested on the books. When I returned home, I threw them all into the fireplace. Primrose screeched from her bed, begging me to stop. I lit the fireplace and the books burned. But the magic on the books was fuel, and flame mushroomed out of the pit, knocking me to the floor. I was scarred and drowsy. Primrose was screaming about her friends burning over and over. Gale found me, probably thanks to Primrose. She applied some kind of salve to me, but there was no removing the scar. It was to be my brand.
Fireplace has been added to the downstairs of the house. These are all done now with the words I've collected.
Primrose wouldn't talk to me. She wouldn't look at me. I'd find scraps of her meals tucked into her pillowcase. She was dying, so much faster than before, and she was pulling at the last threads of life, hoping to find death at the other end. I'd lost her. I went to Gale. What else could I do? I begged for another wish. To take the 30 days, to go back again. Gale calmed me and told me to return tomorrow. The needle would be recharged and I could return to Primrose's birthday. I could do this all again.
That's sad. A portal in time opens up on the hill by the needle. Start the next chapter. Okay. I really like this so far. It's great. Chapter 2, Temporal Portal.
I feel like I'm collecting bed sores. Note to self, jiggle around a bit more. Anyway, something odd, really odd, happened
Bed
today.
sores.
Mum brought me breakfast with a scar on her face. Long and wiggly, like a snake or a Gothic symbol.
How many times does she
It
loop
looks
now?
healed. Like it's been there for, I don't know how long. What's up with that? Did she think I wouldn't notice? But, you know, we did what we always did. I didn't say anything in case she got angry again. And she treated me like I was 5.
Okay. Angry? Ed?
I've never really had a problem with being bored. I read, I write, and there's always my friends. My friends were a gift from my dad. A little apology before the utter scumbag ran away.
Yeah, he
And I
seemed like
read
he
the book.
sucked,
The
that guy.
character pops into existence, but no one else can see them. Some of them I don't care much for. I've learned to keep them locked in their book.
Fuck.
But Thok and the others, I couldn't be without them. Thok was one of my favorites. He knew it, of course, and would wander around the house beating his chest, calling himself Primrose's champion. He was going to protect me from everything, and everything was a potential threat. A twitch in a curtain was a ghost. A slammed door was a demon. I tried to tell him that demons had better things to do than playing with doors, but he'd look at me slyly and say, "That's what they want us to think." I was so much happier having him around, and not just because of the threat of door demons. Hannibus was the first of my friends to appear from the books. Scared the animal right out of me. One minute I was reading, the next there was a lizard man leaning over to get a better look at the book. I screamed, of course. Mum came in and told me it was a fever, that I was seeing things.
It's cool to bring in
Even
lore
I
from the rest of
couldn't make up
RuneScape.
a 5-foot lizard reading books about himself. I wished Megan could see them. Barbar, Thok, Jilly, Hannibus. Perhaps they would have made her happy, just as much as they made me.
Okay, so we got a couple there. Mentioned door demons. No. Her dad sucks.
Sloop was the one who brought the news to us. Dad had run away from the wizard's tower. Something
Joss,
about
right?
plagiarism. He was due to go on trial that week, but he'd run from it. Dad was always a reader. Never one to come up with ideas himself. I guess he just stole ideas from one of his old tomes. So, he left us to fend for ourselves. Left me with Mum,
What a scumbag.
just as I became ill. The worst part was Sloop. Without Dad, there was no reason for Sloop to be at the house anymore. Why would Dad's apprentice visit when Dad wasn't there?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Mum wouldn't let him in. My love. My Sloop. So, he got work at the wizard's tower and passed notes in the books that Mum sold to him. But even that's gone now. I know that Sloop won't give up on me. I know he will come for me.
Try Sloop.
She mentioned it. I didn't even bring it up. She said the scar was from a wizard at the wizard's tower. An accident, and she didn't feel safe going back. From now on, she's staying at home. It's a big old bag of lies. It stinks. Not once did she look me in the eye. Ah! Oh, she's such an awful liar. It crossed my mind that the scar was just an excuse to stop going to the tower. Did she know about Sloop? Was this all to stop us talking to each other through the books? Oh, Sloop, what am I going to do now?
Books. Doesn't help. I guess we did Dad. Can we do Mom? Megan.
There's a story in one of the books. It was the only one Mum liked to read to me. It's about a giant, Dubbo, who keeps a flock of sheep. He loves those sheep, force feeds them hay, throws them from hand to hand to make sure they wake up, taps them on the head with his club to make sure they go to sleep. Each day, one runs away. He can't understand why. He treats them so well. So, he eats that runaway sheep. In one go, pop! To send a message to the others. But they keep running away. And he keeps eating them. Pop, pop, pop. Eventually, only one remains.
It's dark.
That sheep, Baba, puts up with the feeding, the throwing, the taps on the head, does nothing. And Dubbo sits down in front of that sheep. "What's wrong with you, little runt?" the giant asks. But Baba won't answer, and won't run away. "Why won't you run away?" said Dubbo. He didn't know it, but he wanted the sheep to run away. So he goes out, gets into a fight with another giant, and gets eaten himself. It's an odd story.
It's interesting.
Still, I like having Baba around the house as one of my friends. She visits and we chat. She's a real gossip, you know.
Sheep? No. Giant. Dubbo. Baba. Okay.
Baba came hopping into my room. Always made me laugh. She doesn't walk, more bounces. But I could see from her expression that something wasn't right. She lost her footing and tumbled into my sideboard, knocking over a medicine bottle. She told me that Jilly had found something, and that I should come right away.
Jilly?
Jilly Willikers had a series of books, but I only ever kept one. It was Jilly Willikers and the Time Key, the first one.
Okay.
I liked Jilly. He never treated my illness seriously. He'd walk around with wobbly arms and legs pretending to be me. I needed that. But Jilly had become serious. It was only after pushing him that I found out why. He knew something. And my other friends had to push him to tell me. He said that he had found a diary. My mum's diary. In her cloak, and had opened it, hoping to find a new friend for me to play with.
Diary?
I took a dose of strength potion, and, completely inelegantly, made my way to Mum's bedside table, just as Jilly had told me.
The strength potion's nice
I
touch.
couldn't quite understand what I was reading. On each day of the diary, there were
Every
multiple
time she's gone
entries
back.
written in tiny text and boxed off from each other. I looked for yesterday's date. Again, there were multiple entries for one day. One was familiar. It talked about the pie she had made and noted that she thought I looked healthier having eaten it. But I didn't recognize the other entries for yesterday. They were events I didn't recognize, an argument we never had, a visit to the wizard's tower, a burning of the pie. Then I looked at tomorrow's entry, the 30th. The book was completely blank after that date. And every entry on the 30th, of which there were many,
Return.
was the same. The return. The return. The return. The return.
Keeps trying to fix it. Good time travel story.
It was the 30th. The day of the return. Whatever in all Gillinall that was. I resolved to follow Mum on her nightly trip out of the house. Hannibus gave me his lance, Thok his shield. I knew they would both disappear as soon as I left the house, but I thanked them anyway. The door closed as my mum left. I pulled a dark cloak over my shoulders, took a swig for strength, and then stepped out into the darkness. Mum had a small firebrand, which made her easy to follow, but I had no such luxury. I was locked to darkness. Every sound I made, I feared she would turn around. But she only had eyes for the hilltop. We passed something like a grave, but I had no time to dilly-dally. Mum was many steps ahead of me. I could feel the strength in me already sapping. Mum reached the top, and I hid behind a berry bush on the edge of the clearing. A tall, blue woman called Gale was waiting for my mother. They talked, and I could only make out fragments. And then Gale danced, without music.
Gale has appeared by the needle.
She was so beautiful. It was breathtaking. I mean, she was scary too. She was about twice as big as me, even without me being hunched, and had 100 times the strength and 1,000,000 times the magic. I desperately wanted to meet her and get to know her. I felt it in my belly, right next to my sickness.
Sickness. No. Belly. Magic. She had the strength potion. Strength, I guess. Here we go.
Doing anything for more than a few minutes is the ultimate pain in the backside. My lungs burn. My knees go to jelly. I just fall over and want to go to sleep. Mum used to get medicines. It took all of our money to do it, but I wasn't going to convince her to stop. Megan's the only one who changes Megan's mind. The medicines would let me leave the bed, for a few days at least, and it would bring a smile to my mum, which was, you know, something. Then I'd be back to bed like a brick fell on me. I had the idea of stealing some of the medicine for myself, you know, when Mum wasn't there, but she rationed it so carefully. And we can't afford it now anyway. Not now Mum's given up the job at the Wizard's Tower. Huh. I wonder if I could make a simple strength potion. Just your average homemade strength potion. Would that work?
Guess I got that because she was already talking about potions. Joss. No. We needed magic. Go talk to Gale and see if that gives me another idea. Oh, there's a new thing here from interacting with
It wouldn't keep me
it.
going for long, but I could tail her as long as she didn't go far. I felt genuinely excited. I was an adventurer.
It looks like the characters here are Thok, Hannibus, Gilly.
Thok knows something wrong.
Oh, it's her voice. That's great.
Thok has Thok's
Is it?
sense. A
She's imagining
tickle
them.
in Thok's beard when something is wonky. Thok beard is extra tickly.
I like that.
Mum is a shade.
Shade?
Yep, like ones from my stories in Demonheim. Thok is sure of it. Jilly knows. Thok has never seen a clown lie.
Shade?
Hannibus was the first to call her the Shade, the name that my friends use, even though I tell them not to. She would leave most evenings, up to the hilltop, and Hannibus would watch for as long as he could, before he reached the limit of his magic. Always, she would be in the same cloak. Always, she would head up the hill. The cloak would make her look like a shade, and each day, she would grow more hunched.
Demonheim? Okay. I guess I already had that one. What else do they say?
We're your friends, Queen Primrose. Your army. Thok is your shield, and I am your lance. Jilly is your jester, and Barbar your advisor. Should you need us, we're yours to command.
Prim, don't make me say. It's not a fun thing, not something that'll make you laugh, Primmy.
That one's a bit quieter.
Your mum has a diary. I thought it would be fun to see if there was a friend in the diary, someone to cheer you up. But there wasn't a friend, Primmy. Not a friend at all.
Okay. Nothing new from that, I don't think. Don't think I can talk to
I feel
Primrose
like I'm
directly.
collecting bed sores.
Oh, yeah, I already got that. Okay. We'll talk to Gale.
You've been a
It's
dear
new
friend
dialogue
for
from
so
Megan,
long,
I
but
think.
I need this. We need this.
She's looking on. She's got the
Give me
big
another
scar on her
30
face
days.
now.
I beg you.
In here. This quest is marked as short, but I guess that's just because you can follow the guide to end it immediately. I don't know why you would want to do that. Maybe if you've seen it before.
The end is the beginning, Megan. I will give you another return, but you have to prepare yourself. The Anima, she won't let you do this forever. Events will conspire, and you will not be able to follow this path continuously. You may not see it in Primrose, but I see your daughter. She is doubt. And doubt blossoms faster than any disease. Time can do nothing to halt that.
I returned to the house, flinging the cloak under my bed. My legs trembled with the night's effort. My friends asked where I had been, as if they didn't know. Thok, Hannibus, Barbar, Jilly, they all talked as if nothing had happened. Then Mum walked in, her silhouette filling and darkening the room. My friends retreated to their books, as if Mum could see them. Mum leaned over me, kissed my cheek and whispered, "Happy birthday, little Primrose." Before turning to leave, I reached below my bed for my cloak and searched in the pockets for the diary. I flicked to my birthday, and there it was.
Birthday?
On the day before my birthday, there was only one entry. But on the day of my birthday, there were multiple. I read each entry on my birthday. There were several in tiny handwriting. She looks so much healthier. Every time I travel back, I forget how much healthier she looks. How can I give up seeing her this well? Traveling back? What have you done, Mum?
All right, so there's some missing ones here. I don't want to miss any of the story. So I'll try to track them down, but I won't hesitate to use the wiki here, because I think I get the idea of what they're going for. Okay, I tried typing demons before, but it looks like it wanted demon. I don't know how forgiving it is with stuff like that.
There was one story I never read. It was about a demon, a hateful thing. This demon would thrive on the misery of others, but not by consuming that evil or anything like that. She was miserable herself, and she would bring others into her own misery so that she could share it. She would bask in that shared misery.
Interesting.
But to know her was to defeat her. To say her name was to stab her through the heart. Her name was Meetum.
Meetum.
I made the mistake of reading the book once, bringing her to life. But I said her name aloud, and she was gone.
Now is not the time to utter it. Ah. Okay. That's dark. Interesting. I just have a couple more of these. Okay, wiki says lyre, danced, and grave. Guess I could have gotten lyre.
I began writing down the lies that Mum was telling me. Every day there was a new one. 1. The scar had come from an accident at the wizard's tower. 2. That she would invite Sloop to the house when she next saw him. 3. That we had plenty of money. 4. That there was no need for medicine anymore. My friends believe that she's not Mum anymore. They call her the Shade.
Danced.
She was mesmerizing. Gale glowed as she danced, and a thread span from her, flicking high into the air before resting in place, as if she was drawing the constellations. Then, thread upon thread layered onto each other.
until a woven dome formed over the top of them. And me. As she danced around, I thought she caught my eye. I hid my own eyes and skulked further behind the berry bush. But she danced on. Lights flashed, centering on the needle, and then all was calm. Mum walked towards Gale, who looked exhausted, and laid a hand on her head. Gale said something to my mum. Something
Yeah,
about
the doubt.
doubt. About me doubting her, perhaps. Gale flashed me a look. Whatever happened was coming to an end, and there was no time to linger. I shuffled away from the hilltop and caught a foot on a root, stumbling down to where the grave was before.
The last one is grave.
As I rolled down the hill, desperate to get away, I came to rest where the grave was earlier. But it had gone. There was nothing here. Impossible. I clawed at the soil, thought better of myself, and then stumbled back towards the house. I remembered Gale's look. The one she gave me on the hilltop. It felt like she knew me.
Okay. Now I can do chapter 3.
Helping someone is the hardest thing in the world. Hurting someone pushes them away. Help someone, they'll need you again and again and again. They will need to return the favor, reimburse you, or they'll need your help forevermore. You can be sure that you're the new center of their world.
Kind of dark,
I've
Gale.
never met someone who needs people more intensely than Megan. Both Primrose and I. Actually, saying no to someone in need. That's the hardest thing in the world.
I don't know if this is going to become relevant in any other quest. Does it say it's in a quest series? Elder God Wars 2. Alright, well, I guess it will be relevant, but focusing it on a human story is really interesting here. Guess Megan. Megan?
Ever since Megan burned the books, something had moved in her. It was like Megan shifted aside to be seen only occasionally. There was something in there with her. At first I thought she just abandoned her sense of self, given everything up for Primrose. But no, there was someone in there with her. A thing.
Thing?
I'd always meant to ask Primrose if there was something in the books, something that might have been unleashed when Megan burned them. But Primrose and I were kept apart by Megan. We never had the chance to talk like we did before. Was this thing in Megan from the books? Why did I never ask her?
It's creepy. Books. Book.
Megan asked that I stay by the needle. She was to look after Primrose from now on. Somewhere along the line, she had lost her trust in me.
Some of these
Before
dialogue lines are
returning,
much
she
quieter than others.
often
My apologies.
burned
It's the
Primrose's
game.
books. It was like a ritual, a habit she couldn't crawl
Always
out
burn the
of.
books.
But Primrose wouldn't wake from it this time. She lay in bed and ignored it. If Megan was clearer of mind, she would have seen it for the clue that it was. Primrose was aware of everything she was doing.
Interesting. Burn. Try doing Madam again from last time. Now is not the time to utter it. I guess I can just start writing names, right?
It was time to say no. Perhaps it was time long ago.
Yeah, no kidding.
And I knew what it would mean for me. The cost for me. But this wouldn't be our ending, not for any of us. I knew that the moment I saw Primrose behind the buckthorn bush. It all clicked together. I knew what we all were in that moment. We were family. I was going to help my family by saying no. Primrose was there again, behind the buckthorn bush, as Megan begged for another return. Primrose had been there, without fail, for the past 3 returns, every time the needle took all 3 of us back, and every time Primrose rushed to be in bed before her mother arrived.
It's getting worse now.
Megan never saw her. Never thought that Primrose might have been following her.
Yeah.
All Megan saw was a cruel fate, a daughter getting progressively ill within a time loop. But Primrose was
It's like they set up early on that the scar went back,
it was
right?
time to say no to Megan and begin what must be begun.
No. Bush. Thorn.
The buckthorn is a versatile bush. Its berries can be crushed and heated to make a salve, while its leaves can be used like a smelling salt, waking up the unconscious. And it makes for a great hiding spot, of course. Primrose proved that every returning, keeping well away from Megan. Is it ironic that Primrose fainted on it? I'm not sure I have a handle on irony yet.
Irony. Painted.
Primrose fainted loudly, crashing into the buckthorn. Megan had heard, and I couldn't stop her from running to her. Megan assumed the worst. She was panicking, shaking Primrose. She couldn't sense life as I could, and there was a thread of it still in Primrose. Megan was convinced that Primrose was dead, and I couldn't convince her otherwise. It is cruel to think it, but I believe that Megan wanted it to be true in some way. Deep down, she wanted to end this loop she had created for herself. That was when I saw the knife in her hand.
Knife, wow.
The knife slipped between my ribs. I don't remember much of what Megan said as she stood above me, but it was clear she blamed me for Primrose's death. Then she ran downhill, and I moved as close to the needle as I could. My life was ebbing, but I was still able to touch the needle.
I feel like this quest could work with like no visuals if it was just a black screen the entire time.
I prepared to use the pausing phrase, Wenla.
Winla.
Perhaps somehow we will be found. With the needle, they will understand our story and save us all. Megan, Primrose, and myself. It's the only way this can all be unwritten.
I hope we don't unwrite this. It's a good tragedy if we can't fix it. Oh, okay. So, more stuff to do. Let's try dead.
Megan never understood why Primrose was getting progressively ill after each returning. She would wind back in time, and everything would revert apart from the illness. At first she despaired, but that progressed to anger. It was a cruel fate that denied Primrose her health. Even time was fighting against her. Just one more returning, she would say. One more would make it right. But Primrose was following Megan every time. Primrose was committed to ending her mother's pain. Is there death in my future? Can I die? Or am I more kin to the needle than Primrose or Megan? Whatever the answer, I feel like I have more stories in me. I don't feel like this is the end. Something tells me that this is not the beginning either.
Stories? Beginning? End?
Something was always going to give. We couldn't loop forever, and at some point, we would reach an ending. And now we've reached it. But is it a closed loop? Or the start of another story?
Rated story. I don't really have any obvious threads here. So I got the ending quickly, so I think I'm just going to look up the table from the wiki for the rest of it and do them in order. But I'll start with one, and if it gives me an idea for another one, I'll enter it.
I was born as I am now. I didn't have a mother, father, or childhood. I was me. Nothing
I wonder
more.
what the needle is. Is it
And
one of the,
I came
like,
to.
elder
Yes, the needle.
things, like the staff of
I knew
Armadale?
what the needle was, but I knew next to nothing about myself. It's a back-to-front way of learning about the world. I knew how to use the needle, what its limits were, how it used time, but I had no idea about people, the world, nothing.
That's interesting.
I'm learning fast, and leaving a trail of mistakes behind me. I'm sure of it.
Well,
Joss, Primrose, and Megan weren't the first people I had encountered. There were the people of the colony to the east, but they were a fearful people and hid behind their walls. There were the smaller people of the southeast. They were quick to their pikes and pushed me back into the
gnomes?
tree line. Men and women would occasionally stray close to me, but they were so caught up in their hunting and woodcutting that I didn't want to interrupt. But
It's
there
just
was
been me
something
walking past it a
different
bunch of
about the
times.
family. They seemed to have this happy energy, and I wondered what it would be like to share in that.
Yeah, she mentioned family earlier. I should have tried that.
I struggled with what family meant. Never having parents or siblings will do that to you. But I found myself pulled into Primrose and Megan's lives more and more, like a black hole. I've tried to move on and away, but they've needed me. I felt responsible. I've wanted to see them happy. And, if I'm honest, I felt happy that they needed me.
So I feel the way that this should play out is that we should do one last loop, and during the loop, Megan accepts the death of the little girl, right?
I can only imagine
And she dies naturally.
that is what family means.
I actually don't know what's next. This one is Evil in the Ink. Oh, I guess I should have done Returning, huh?
I never told Megan how much a returning hurt. It didn't just sap the energy of the needle. It sapped from me, too.
That's sad.
I would sleep, propped up next to the needle. It would give off a little heat as it recharged, and it felt like it was doing the same to me.
Made this argument before that sometimes a story, as you're writing the story and developing it, it becomes clear what the ending should be. I think the ending should be that we go back one more time and then things just play out naturally and she kind of gets to say goodbye instead of trying excessively to solve it. Disease.
There wasn't much left of Primrose anymore. She found strength to make it up to the hilltop. She found it from somewhere, but she was rarely awake otherwise. Often, I would let myself into the house as both Megan and Primrose were asleep. Buckthornberry makes a rudimentary salve, and I would apply it to Primrose as she dreamed. It eased her pain, but there was no stopping her fate. I couldn't stay for long in the house, not only because I might get caught, but because
Thing
I
was
felt
staring
I was
at me.
being
We already did
watched.
Thing, I think.
Someone, something, staring at me.
Guess Evil? I don't remember Evil coming up.
It was at the end of one of the returnings. Once Primrose had rushed home and Megan followed a little time after. Primrose had hooked a small sheet of paper onto a buckthorn, a message for me. It spoke of a necessary evil.
Then note.
Dear Gale, for reasons I've never understood, you've always been there for us. And we both know that you've seen me at the berry bush. For these reasons, I owe you the truth. When I found out what Mum was doing, turning back time to keep me alive, I struggled with what to do. I thought about confronting her and telling her to stop.
Oh, I wonder why that line didn't play. To let me die to enjoy the moments left with me.
But I knew that wouldn't stop her. She would find a moment when I was asleep to go back in time, to begin another loop without me being aware. There was only one thing I could do. A necessary evil. I couldn't let Mum know that I was aware of the returnings, so I
Gonna
determined to
die
follow her
from
through
being in every
time
loop, wow.
I hope you understand why I am doing this. Please, don't reveal me or my plan. Let me keep coming to the berry bush. If not for me, do this for Mum. I do all of this for her. She needs to break this loop so that she can live herself.
Yeah, I kind of like that you can do a story like this that has like a, fantastical time travel fantasy idea, but it's still like a metaphor for a real process of grief in real life,
Look after her, Gale. Primrose.
Where you can have this event that happens and play it back in your mind over and over, right? And like, what does your daughter actually want you to do? Does she want you to just torture yourself over it forever? I thought I saw notice appeared on the bush by the needle. I don't know if there's anything in the house this time because it's all Gale stuff. Yeah, I don't see any other interactables in here. So I'll head back that way. No, there's a bush here. Been there for us. Okay, that's basically what she just said. Okay. Anything else interactable?
The knife slipped between my ribs. I don't remember much of
I think
what
we already
Megan
read
said.
this.
She ran downhill.
Continue to the finale, yes. Time reasserts itself, the area snaps back to the present. What is happening is no longer a memory.
Buckthorn.
Buckthorn. Okay. We have other interactables in the area. Bookcase. Research on demons. Demons who control the weather, that wish to rule, want to destroy everything. I think we already had this read via voice acting earlier. Pray to Saren, she never crosses your path.
Who are you? Stay away from us.
Hmm.
Megan is mine. This family
That the
is
demon?
mine. You hear me?
Name the demon.
Is she gone? She's gone. That thing in me. It's quiet. Whatever did you do? Please, help Primrose. And Gale. Gods, Gale.
Okay. Use, I have to grind this, crush this. This quest doesn't require any levels in herb lore, I don't think.
What's happened? Where is Mum? Please, find her. She's not safe by herself.
That's true. Doesn't appear to do anything. Oh, when warmed. Okay. No, still not enough. Maybe it's enough to heal Gale. We've just been frozen here for like years or months. Oh, I'm in like an instance version of this place right now. Okay. Come on, let me use it. Click boxes are a little screwy in this quest.
Give me some time to get my wind back. Wake Primrose. The buckthorn leaf will do that for you. And please, do what you can for Megan. Megan, I haven't been honest with you. I knew what Primrose was doing, but didn't feel it was my place to intervene. I'm still not sure if I made the right decision, but we are here. The decision was made, and Primrose does not have long. You have 3 options, Megan. You take the time that Primrose
Yeah,
has
okay.
remaining,
Like I was
and you
saying.
bring her as
At that
much
point,
joy
that's
as
the
you
correct
possibly
ending.
can. Enjoy your days together, but they will be days, perhaps less. The second is to allow you the returning, just one last time. Although I denied you it, it was because you were not yourself. It would allow you one last month. But there is a dishonesty in that. And
Yeah, don't do
Primrose
that. I
is
like it better if she doesn't go
unsure
back.
of
I thought I
time.
was going to have to go back to
It
undo
may
all of the
not
bad
be
stuff,
release
but
you were looking. The third
you've already
option
kind
may
of
be
done
the
that
least
here.
satisfying for you, but it may save Primrose. It would require a great sacrifice from you. I told you that the needle could not go back further than 30 days. That is not entirely true. It can go back further, years in fact. But that comes with a terrible cost.
No, option 1.
You become one with the needle. You become subsumed by it. Whomever goes back becomes its warden, its keeper. They are strong when it is strong. They are weak when it is weak. We could send Primrose back, years in the past. She would be paired with the needle, but she would also share its strength. She would be healed, but she would also have no memory of you or her own past. She would be a newborn in terms of the mind. I ask you, Megan, would you let her die now, in a month's time, or be reborn with no memory of you?
There's no way in this life that I'm going to take my needs over Primrose's. Not again. I've done far too much of that
Hey,
already.
she learned. She had a character arc.
Send her back with the needle.
Although that's weird, but
Do what you can to save her, Gale.
I understand. Could you both wait in the house? This won't take long.
is Gale Primrose the whole time? Did I close the loop? Okay, back to the needle. That's also fine. There is a fantasy thing happening here, I suppose. I guess what she's giving up is Primrose not remembering her. This is what happened to me. Haha, called it. Yeah, okay. Let me go. Let me run away. Yeah, that's nice. It's very, very reasonable. Alternate direction to take it, if they're already going to do the time loop thing. My only problem with that is it introduces that, like, at the very end, it introduces this concept of, like, oh yeah, I can send her back in time with the needle and she'll be its keeper. And you're like, what? That's a new concept, but it's okay.
Gale was my daughter.
It still works.
And now she leaves me. Again. Well then, I'd better prepare for her coming back. She can't come back to this mess. That will never do. Thank you for helping us all. I sense that none of this would have come to pass without you. Take the needle. I have no need of it. May time be kind to you. But now it is time to tidy.
Ah, that was kind of abrupt. The needle. It was a really good quest. I really enjoyed it.
The Needle Skips is an excellent quest. I know everybody loves this quest, and I totally understand why. This is another one where I don't think you want a summary. I think you just want to watch the whole quest. It's pretty watchable because it's fully voice acted. Part of the reason this quest is so well written is that it's essentially a radio drama that I don't think you need any of the visuals at all to understand it. The very basic gist is that there's this artifact off west of Piscatoris called the Needle that lets people travel back in time a certain distance. And a woman lives near the needle with her daughter who's dying of some unspecified illness. And she keeps using the needle over and over and over to try to go back in time and save her. I would say it feels like an extremely solid Twilight Zone episode. I don't know if the needle is going to end up becoming important in the overall RuneScape lore, but this is an excellent way to introduce it because it is a purely human story. It has nothing to do with God slop. Like time travel only exists as a way to tell an emotional story. This is not a story about the needle. It is a story about Megan and Primrose and Gale. When I say that I wish the fallout of the World Wakes was more about the human impact of the gods returning to the world, I wish we had more needle skips like quests that were about what does it mean that Zamorak's here now. Outstanding quest, deserves all the praise it gets. It's probably one of the best quests in the entire game, to be honest. You should watch it.
All right, but this is going to be anticlimactic, but there's a mini quest I have to do here. Mandrith and the Pirates Hideout requires Ritual of the Majorat. I guess because Edgeville's been screwed up for like years and years and years. Okay, that's kind of funny. And it actually requires items. Let me see if I can get these. Okay, so I can apparently Slayer Cape teleport here. It's Mandrith, which is number 1. It's convenient. Why did you leave Edgeville? Seems so safe there. You see what attacked Edgeville? Long time ago. Okay. To-do list. Aggie the Witch and Draenor is a magical broom that can help with this. Okay. Okay, just this broom here. Did I get it? Charge Aggie's broom. Oh, that was the water. Okay. Clean up the scorch marks in Edgeville. All right. This place has been screwed up for a long time, hasn't it? That's pretty funny. Cleaned a quarter of the scorch marks. Just no one got around to this. Ritual of the Majorat was like almost 10 years before this quest. I don't know, maybe it was not that bad. Let me look it up. I'm curious. $2011. This one's 2018, so 7 years. Still a lot. Room senses you're done, returns to its owner. Okay. Fix broken structures. Speak to Jeffrey east of the bank about a special hammer. That guy? Okay. Seen the damage done to Edgeville? An exceptionally talented smith. What does this require? I guess it doesn't have any level requirements other than that I needed to qualify for Ritual of the Majorat, I suppose. Okay. Fix nearby structures. Convert the rest of these planks into not noted planks. So you don't know which structures need fixing. I'll try to figure it out. Hold on. This thing, maybe? Okay. Not really fixing shit up here. Oh, has the fairy ring been broken this whole time? That would be kind of funny. Okay. 10 oak planks. I need to figure out what I need all the regular planks for. Guess I have to clear this stall here. It's 10 mahogany planks. Talking about this? I don't know which one they're talking about that actually requires regular planks. Oh, whatever it was, I cleared something there. Gotta withdraw those not noted. I have to withdraw the oak planks not noted. Then I think I can do the rest of it. Across the way. Oh, this was the stall. It's just I had to do the house first, I guess, to be able to finish it. All right. So it says the one over here. Right, fix this guy. Returns itself to him. Okay. Right, cleaned up. Burnt trees need to be nurtured. I guess I'm using my magic watering can that's just been on my tool belt for a very long time now. I see. Our last one here. What else do I have to do? Burnt skeleton north of the bank. Consecrate burnt skeleton. Okay. Back to Mandrith. All done. Okay. Ooh. Chance to receive effigy after opening Dragonkin lamps. I've opened so many Dragonkin lamps from getting effigies at Archglacier. It's a pet though, so who cares? Okay, cool.
That concludes the episode. I know that was a bit of a long one, but I wanted to fit as much into it as possible. Next week, we're going to start doing 2019 quests, one of which is the Curse of the Black Stone, which is going to require me to complete all 3 elite dungeons in story mode, so I'm probably going to have to give up my save at the Ambassador. I might try to kill the Ambassador. It's been a while since I attempted it. I've got Ancient Curses now. I've got, Soul Split. I've got all kinds of upgrades. I'll give it a couple honest tries, but what's probably going to end up having to happen is I do the Ambassador after I get the quest cape, because there's a bunch of necromancy quests toward the end that are going to get me a bunch of abilities that are going to make that fight a lot easier, I think. Since you'll be seeing the entirety of the first 2 elite dungeons, even in story mode, I think that that's just going to be next week's episode, Chef's Assistant and Curse of the Black Stone. Then I'll try to wrap up the rest of 2019 in the following week's episode. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.